What's poppin', everybody? Back at it. Blake's Take. Let's get right into it. We have a huge Woj bomb today. Holy smokes. Probably the blockbuster trade of the year all across sports, with the Rockets having sent James Harden to the Nets to join KD and Kyrie, when Kyrie comes back, of course, in a blockbuster four-team trade deal that involves the Pacers, Cavaliers, completing the unhappy star's exit from Houston after his comments last night, and setting up a potential super team in Brooklyn. The Nets sent Houston package that includes multiple players and draft picks and features players like Karis LeVert, and who has been traded to the Pacers, for Victor Oladipo in return. Center Jared Allen and forward Teron Prince have headed to the Nets to the Cavs in the deal, while the Rockets received Cleveland guard Dante Exum and Brooklyn forward Rodons Crooks. Houston also receives Brooklyn's 3 unprotected first-round draft picks in 2022, 24, and 26 in the deal, plus pick swaps in 2021, 23, 25, and 27. Sources told ESPN this. The Rockets also get Cleveland's 2022 first-round draft pick via the Milwaukee Bucks, and are sending 2023 second-round draft picks to the Pacers. The mega deal reunites Houston guard with former Oklahoma City teammate Kevin Durant and Brooklyn, and positions the Nets, who already have all-star guard and Kyrie Irving, as a title contender in the Eastern Conference, and I have no excuse for them not to make the finals. Harden and Durant, who have been combined to win 7 of the last 11 NBA scoring titles, entered this past season, becoming the 5th pair of teammates in NBA history to play on the same team after winning multiple scoring titles. The trade was agreed after the Rockets opted to keep Harden away from Wednesday's practice, following the former MVP's comments Tuesday that Houston just isn't good enough to compete for a championship. You know, Houston may not be good for a fit for a championship, but Brooklyn sure is right now. Holy smokes, what a deal went down today, everyone. One of the biggest trade deals I have ever seen, and we know that Russell Westbrook, KD, and Harden, what they did, I know minus Russ, but they got Kyrie in the guard position now, and they made it to the finals and lost to LeBron's Heat with a super team there, and Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade and LeBron James. So just an incredible trade that went down. I think it's going to be a great fit for Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie, and the Nets still have 3 roster spots, but they only have $5.7 million left in cap space due to all the big cap space that they have to fill with these 3 superstars, but they can acquire some key role players for probably $2 million each. So just an incredible deal that got done for the Nets. They really went out and got it, and I'm super glad that we're going to see a balance in the Eastern Conference with the Western Conference, and it's going to be a wonderful NBA Finals. I have no excuse for the Brooklyn Nets not to make the NBA Finals this year. They're a clear favorite in the East. So we'll see how this Nets team chemistry works together, and we'll see how they persevere through the season. As far as college football, Bama's back in business. They win the national championship, but right after, they get back to business and building up for a great season next year, with acquiring an offensive coordinator to receive Steve Sarskin, who left Alabama to take the Texas head coaching job. Alabama is finalizing a deal with former Houston Texans coach Bill O'Brien to be the Crimson Tide's next offensive coordinator. O'Brien was in Alabama football complex on Wednesday. He also spent some time around the team last week leading up to the college football playoff national championship game. Saban was asked about O'Brien on Wednesday during a Zoom press conference leading up to the announcement of him receiving the Bear Bryant Coach of the Year award, which Saban won later on Wednesday night. Saban praised O'Brien and the body of work and called him an outstanding coach, and although Saban didn't officially announce O'Brien as the Alabama new offensive coordinator, he said that O'Brien would do a great job with our players here. Similar to Saban, O'Brien also had strong ties with Bill Belichick under the Belichick era in the New England Patriots for 5 seasons from 2007 to 2011, the final season as the Patriots offensive coordinator. O'Brien also has had experience with the collegiate levels in 2012 and 13 when he took over the Penn State head coaching job, and he also had experience with Duke and Georgia Tech. So O'Brien does have experience with college football and the collegiate level coaching, and now is NFL mixed, and so is Saban. He had his fair share of some NFL action, and we all know his college football resume, greatest coach in college football history, so we know he can succeed there, and let's hope O'Brien can get a fresh start after his tough losses last year with the Texans, and just trying to rebuild on his resume and try and get built back up as a elite coach, and that he can succeed in either, whether it be the collegiate level or the NFL level, he can succeed as a coach, and no matter what, just build back up his resume. And I'm super happy that he will be joining the Alabama, and one of the best coaches and mentors he could have. I know he's old, but Nick Saban will be a great mentor for him and really help him out to maximize his ability as a coach. So I'm really glad that Bama will be acquiring him and getting a fresh start for Bill O'Brien. As far as local sports, the Bees will face off against Arizona tomorrow, although the Arizona is still under NCAA tournament suspension due to their little cheating scandal that they had with paying some players such as different players. But we shall see how they compete against the Bees. No matter what, they're still going to come out and compete and maximize their efforts with these players. But the Bees are also going to come out strong off of their tough loss versus Stanford, but they're going to look to win and bounce back to keep their winning record alive and stay above 500. So really happy for the Bees to hopefully they will be able to bounce back tomorrow night, and really get the chemistry going and really get Stephen Thompson Jr. and the starters involved this time. The bench had a great performance last night, but if we can get the starters going, it'll be a great night for the Bees. So thank you for tuning in to another wonderful episode of Blake's Take. Hope you enjoyed the sports action and the incredible massive trade deal that we had with James Harden. And I hope you all have a great rest of your night. See you all tomorrow.